Tuesday, February 16th.
We hope you all enjoyed your long weekend. Just 2 more weeks left in February.
2 more weeks for focusing on our learner profile of the month. Caring. How can you be caring this week? Since today is Tuesday, it is time to check in with Mrs. Greco and see where she is off to this week. Check it out.
Hey Patriots, Miss Greco here for another episode of Where in the World is Miss Greco? Now, last week I went international. I traveled to the continent of Asia to the beautiful island in the Indian Ocean named Sri Lanka. Hopefully, many of you figured that out, even more so than the ones who told me where you thought I was. Now, this week, I'm bringing us back to the United States because it's important that we learn about the cool places in our own country. So we are in the United States, and for this week, you need to tell me the city and the state that I am located in. Now, this city and state are located in the region called the Pacific Northwest. This city's nickname is the Emerald City, and it got that name because it's considered to be a gem of this state. This city is also the birthplace to Starbucks. So a lot of people, including myself, because I've had the ability and privilege to travel to this city and state, go and check out this cool location, which is the birthplace of Starbucks. That's right. The very, very first Starbucks that ever opened in this city and is still there today. So when you travel to this city, it's definitely a place most people like to visit, especially if your parents are Starbucks drinkers. Another thing that makes this city very unique is that it's home to the world's longest floating bridge. So a floating bridge is not like a regular bridge that you would drive your car over. A floating bridge is designed differently, so there's not as much supports underneath it. So it almost has like that give, almost like you'd be on a float. Now, that to me sounds super scary, but if you live in Washington, it's a really cool thing that a lot of people check out. What you're seeing behind me is an area of this city called Mount Rainier. This is a huge mountainous region that actually has 25 named glaciers on it, which is pretty amazing on its own. But the fact that I thought was the most interesting is that you know what lives in these glaciers? Ice worms. Did you know there's worms that live in ice? I didn't know that there was worms that lived in ice, and I'm way older than you and still didn't know that. So I think that not only is Mount Rainier beautiful, and I've had the ability to see it, but I think it's really interesting that you can learn little details about a place like this, like the ice worms. 2 more interesting facts about this city, because this city is a really popular place for tourists, for people to visit. So 2 places that people like to visit is Pike's Place within this city, which is a huge market that has fresh ingredients, especially the fish. Because it's a city on the water, a lot of people work in the fishing industry, and Pike's Place became famous because the workers would put on a show when the fish would come in and they would toss fish back and forth. So when you go there, a lot of times you're just standing around watching the show of fish being thrown back and forth. The other thing that is a big tourist attraction in this city is something known as the Space Needle. And I know you're thinking needle, space, that seems weird. But really, this is a huge, tall building. I think it has over 860 steps in it. And so it's a really cool observation area to see to give you a full view of the city. And so let's recap the clues I gave you that will hopefully lead you to making the correct guess as to where I'm located. So remember, you're guessing the city and state this week. So I am in the Pacific Northwest of the United States in a city nicknamed for the Emerald City. It is the birthplace of Starbucks. It's home to the world's longest floating bridge. Behind me is the beautiful Mount Rainier, where ice worms live. It also is home to the famous Pike Place Market, as well as the Space Needle. Now, Patriots, a lot of times when I'm walking around, you guys are so confused as to how you see me, but then you also see me traveling. I just want to remind you, I only travel on the weekends because I got to be here to work every day. So when you see me around, please let me know where you think I am. And don't forget, you can offer your suggestions of where you think I should travel to next. I hope these clues lead you down the path of discovery to where I'm located. Have a great day, Patriots.
Thanks, Miss Greco. Let's talk about birthdays. Today's birthdays are Ryan K. in Mrs. Mullins' class, Julian R. in Mrs. Bunn's class, Kelly T. in Mrs. Prince's class, and don't forget, the best news crew anchor in the world, me. Happy birthday to me. And all, of course, other Patriots celebrating birthdays today.
In lunch news today, we are having PB&J sandwich, French market combo, turkey and gravy, and a biscuit. Vegetable and fruit choices are garden side salad, mashed potatoes, frozen strawberry cups, applesauce, and juice.
Remember, we are still collecting funds for Run for Funds. Let's see who is in the lead today.
We are doing awesome raising money for our school. Check out more pictures from last week from Run for Funds.
'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Shoes on, get up in the morning, cup of milk, let's rock and roll. Kink out, kick the drum, rolling on like a rolling stone. Sing song when I'm walking home, jump up to the top of the brown. Ding dong, call me on my phone, nice tea and I'll get my ping pong. This is dead heavy, can't hear the bass, boom, I'm ready. Life is sweet as honey, yeah, this beat chain like money. This go overload, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm diamond, you know I glow. Hey, so let's go. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, bring a friend, join the crowd, whoever wanna come along. Word up, talk, just move right up the wall. Their line, sky's the line, so we dance to the break of dawn.
Ladies and gentlemen, I got the medicine, so you should keep your eyes on the ball.
This is getting heavy, can you hear the bass? Boom, I'm ready. Levies, cities, honey, yeah, this bitch chain like money. And this go overload, I'm into that, I'm good to go, I'm down, you know I glow. And let's go. 'Cause I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire, set the night light. Hey, shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Life is dynamite. Shining through the city with a little funky soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Whoa, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, eh. Da-na-na-na.
Well, that wraps up the news show for today, Patriots. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Have a great day, Patriots, and remember to keep collecting those funds.
And also remember, we are living the questions in person and virtually. Bye.
Bye.